Surely we all love trees, beautiful and useful in so many ways.
And yet, they're not always so beautiful a drawing experience for us. This quick drawing tip is for anyone who wants to be able to draw better trees, and especially if this is your problem. Ending up with trees where the trunks and the branches are simply too thick, where it doesn't end up looking natural, too thick to get thinner and thinner into smaller branches and then into twigs and then stems with the leaves attached. All of that process of division takes length, and we end up with branches and trunks that are too thick, trunks that are too wide for the amount of branching that comes off them, and then whatever comes off the major branches going into the leaf canopy. So when I'm drawing, how do I capture the correct balance of width of the trunk and the branches in all their various parts up the height of the tree?
Let's start with the tree that has some problems. So we'll do enough ground for our two trees to stand on. And so we start with the nice wide trunk, and then this trunk divides up into its first major branches, and then those branches divide up into smaller branches. Sometimes they disappear into the tree canopy before we divide them up. But here we go now. Put the foliage on top, and I'll add a bit of hatching to it. Now I see tree after tree after tree like this. The question is, can you see what's wrong with it? And the simple answer is the branches don't have enough room to get thinner and thinner until they become twigs at the end. And so it gives almost a sense that the tree has been lopped off in like some sort of drastic pruning session, and then the foliage has come on a burst of very fine twigs that come out of really thick branches. But it's not such a natural look, is it? Let's compare it with another tree, and you'll notice that I actually don't start with the trunk. I'm starting with the canopy up top. And if you're finding this interesting, please, can you hit the like button right now for me before you forget? I'd really appreciate that. And let me know if you'd like more of these tips, videos, quick tips. But you can see I'm doing the canopy first without any branches at all. And I'm not particularly doing it more detailed than the first one. It's another brisk pace. But I did it before I did the branches. And now I draw branches in that are appropriate for the canopy and how close these are to the edge of the canopy. And so now my problem won't be the one I had. My problem will be to make the trunk thick enough to be suitable for the foliage that's already supported by these branches. So can you see how suddenly it's easier to have control over an appropriate thickness of the trunk and the branches, because I know what they have to do, because they're already doing it before I draw them. And so I can adjust the thickness of my trunk as I draw it in relation to the number of branches and the amount of canopy foliage there is. So my tip, draw the foliage first and then adjust the branches and the trunks to suit the foliage.
G'day, I'm Stephen Travers. I hope you found this helpful, and if you'd like to see longer videos on all my techniques for drawing trees, then I have a tree playlist that will appear as an end screen. And if you like this format, then please let me know in the comments, because that will encourage me to do some more, not particularly with trees, but all sorts of elements and subjects in the sorts of drawing subjects I do. But hey, whatever you draw, whatever tips you do or don't use, and however it turns out, make sure you have fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.